Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. Good to see you. So today, oh, hold on a second. There we go. All right, so today I'm going to be just doing a bunch of improvements and fixes to the game. Again, I'm trying to get it to a state where I have a playtest build, then I can work on publishing the playtest build over the next couple of weeks. So we're getting there, I spent a lot of time yesterday working on sound effects, as you can see. These are all the sound effects I've put into the game so far. And there's still a lot to go, but won't be doing sound effects work on stream probably. Maybe as a bonus stream or something, but it's just kind of annoying to do sound effects on stream because I have to balance all the audio correctly so that you can hear it and so that I can hear it, and then it's not particularly interesting because I just have to stay quiet the whole time while I'm clicking through sound effects to find. So, but maybe we'll do it as a bonus stream. But anyway, before I get into that, before I get into what we're doing, I want to remind everyone that Gunforged is available for purchase. It's a 2D roguelite shooter, and it's a great way to support me if you're interested in this kind of game. And I also have my Udemy courses available for sale. This one is the online cooperative multiplayer course. All of my courses teach you the start to finish process of making a game in the Godot engine. So we start with a blank project and we get all the way to something that has sound effects, animations, particles, as well as the functional gameplay. So if you're interested in that, check out any of my courses. They're linked in the description below, and I would greatly appreciate that. All right, so let's see. What I have up next is I want to improve the visuals for the Alchemy. So the Alchemy system, the way it works is you can only choose one of the output cards. So I want to indicate that in some way. I have an idea for how to do that. I want to make all the other cards on the Alchemy grid fade out if you're hovering over one of the cards. So yeah. That's what I'm going to be trying to do, and we can make further improvements depending on what the playtest feedback is like. But let's say hello to everyone first. Hello, Jonan. Welcome. Meep, welcome back. Always good to see you. Hello, Andrew. Good to see you again. Kraken Bite, welcome to the stream. Rookie Tookie, hello, hello. Craig Potton, can we hear some of the sound effects in the game? Maybe. Bonus, you say? Yeah, maybe bonus. Yeah, remind me about the sound effects later. Maybe I might be able to share some of it, but I've muted them for now, so hopefully it doesn't clash with the music here. Hello, A the Ant, welcome back. All right, so let's go to the Alchemy container. And I actually don't have any idea how I'm going to do this because I was thinking about it. I don't really have a way of fading out cards on an individual level, which is a little bit unfortunate. So I have to think about how I'm going to do that. I could fake it, maybe? Could I fake it? Could I fake it? Let me think. Does this scene even run? Let's see. I'm gonna need this scene to be able to run. So I should be able to alchemize these things. Oh, it broke. Board is not registered. That's okay. It did not output any cards. Did I get another error? So we're probably going to want to make this in such a way that I can run this. Let me see. Create test board manager. So let's try that. Let me go to my Alchemy container. Oh, this does create a test board manager. Interesting. Why doesn't that work? Well, I'll just do this. Just get board manager, register board. Let's see if that works. We're going to want this to work as a standalone scene so I can test this very quickly without going into the game. Oh, it literally just doesn't do anything. Oh, I see. Well, that's going to be a lot more involved than I thought. Okay, maybe we'll have to not do that. Let's do this instead. Let's go to game, debug, turn this on, generate test map. Okay, so now we've got a bunch of Alchemy containers we can test with. Okay, so when this is hovered, going to need to fade those out. How am I going to do that? Hello, Rid, welcome back. Always good to see you. You said before about music and sound effects being quite large sometimes. Is there any editing you do to the sounds to make them more compact? Just use them as is. Well, a lot of them I'm using as is, but a lot of them I have changed. A lot of times just speeding up the sound effect works. So if you got a sound effect that plays over the duration of 1 second, you could just speed it up by 100 or 200%, and generally speaking, it sounds still okay. So that's what I've been doing. I've been applying some filters to some of the sound effects too to make them sound slightly different, but sound effects is not necessarily my strong suit, so probably going to be a lot of iteration in that front. Hello, Raphael. Welcome. All right, how are we going to do this? This is going to be very difficult, actually. On card transferred. Let me think. So in here in this set Alchemy output cards, I definitely want to listen for the card mouse entered. So let's do this. Await to signal. No, I don't want to do that. Tween.tween callback. I actually have this tween action that I wrote, which is easier. This tween action is just an extension method that just does the tween callback and wraps the action in a callable.from. Anyway, so let's see. Tween action. Mouse entered plus equals on output card mouse entered card.card node mouse exited. Probably will want this to be a lambda, I think. Private void on output card mouse entered. Okay. So now what we need to do is for each var card in board inventory component get cards on board. If card is equal to Oops. Other card. If card is equal to other card, we're just going to continue. Otherwise, we're going to say card.card node. No. Other card.card node. Node.visible is equal to false. And we're basically just going to do the reverse. I know that's not the effect that I want, but that will be a good test to see if this will even work. Then I can replace these with the tests that I need to do. Or the effects, I mean. I'm just doing my job. So then I'm not crazy, I'm just doing my job. Wow, okay. The non sequitur joke entrance, classic. Welcome back, Adam. Always good to see you. Always good to see you. Alrighty, so if I put this in here, put that in there. Kerblamski. Okay, so that's basically working. So instead of making those invisible, I want to fade those out some way. How am I going to do that? Oh man, how am I going to do that? The problem is I can't fade out the entire card unless I make this a canvas group, but I don't want to. I'm already using a lot of canvas groups. Canvas groups do have somewhat of a performance impact, which I could probably get away with making every card a canvas group, but the problem is that I just want to be as conservative as possible because it's going to be really hard to untangle that if it does ultimately create a performance issue. So I'm just trying to be as conservative as I possibly can with the canvas groups. And since the cards are going to be the most numerous things on screen, I don't want to make every single card a canvas group. So that's why I'm thinking maybe I can fake it. I'm thinking maybe I can fake it. Can I do something with the board here? Let me think. What am I going to do about this? That's a good question. Hey, the ant. Hello, V. Veronica. Oh, Veronica from yesterday. Nice. Been good company while I'm working software dev. Nice to be here. Yeah, nice to have you. And welcome back. Hello, Ruin Star. Welcome back to you. Game dev time. Yes, indeed. Kusei, welcome back. Oops. Welcome back to everybody. Glad to see some familiar faces. Our favorite niche internet e-celeb is back. Yes. Welcome, Emerson. How am I don't know how I'm going to do this. This is going to be quite involved, actually. I'm almost thinking of doing something a little bit hacky here. there's a black pixel missing here. That's okay. What I'm thinking about doing is maybe doing something similar to what I did with the light. So what I could do is I could create a region of the screen here that's just as big as the board, and then create some masks in accordance with the card mask textures. And then anywhere where there's a mask, I can fade out the colors. Do I want to do that? I mean, might as well. I might as well do that. That's going to be tricky, but let's see if I can get it working. So, clickable control visuals, let's do this. So Alchemy container, let's do a back buffer copy. Nope. Back buffer copy, we can close this. Okay. I will change the rectangle here. Width and height. The position needs to match. Let's do this. Remote transform 2D. We're going to assign the remote transform path to this board root here. So now the back buffer copy will stay at that board position, which is the top left. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is let's do a sprite 2D. We're going to enable the region here. The region, will just make this the same as the back buffer copy for now. Okay. Okay. Let's make this a unique name. Let's do mask sprite. Node, private back buffer copy, node private mask sprite, nope, sprite 2D, mask sprite. Okay. Sprite 2D, or no, mask sprite dot draw plus equals on mask sprite draw. Let's put this here. Private void on mask sprite draw. Sprite 2D. No, I don't need to do any of that. Copilot's leading me astray. On mask sprite draw. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Var dimensions is equal to board.dimensions, board inventory component, dimensions times game constants dot tile size. That creates a vector 2i. Let's do this. Let's do dimensions I. Actually, integer. Dimensions is equal to new vector 2. Okay. I should really create a vector 2i extension method that converts to a vector 2, but that's all right. We'll do that later. Mask sprite dot region rect is equal to new rect 2 vector 2 dot 0 dimensions. Okay, back buffer copy dot region. How do I change the region of the back buffer copy? Oh, dot rect. Okay. So on mask sprite draw, I don't know if I should be changing those things in here, but that's okay. I think maybe it's okay. I don't know. We'll fix it if it's not okay. Okay, mask sprite dot draw rect region rect colors dot black. Okay, now in process here, override void process. We are going to do this. What are we going to do? Mask sprite dot q redraw. So if I did everything correctly, what I should see is I should just see a black rectangle covering everything. Well, there's a black rectangle, but something is fishy. Remote. I should probably do, let me do this instead. Let's move this into the process method. And then this region rect, I'm going to have to basically just copy and paste this. Maybe I'll extract that into a separate function, but for now, let's just see if that works. Something's broken. What is it doing? Remote transform 2D. Am I using this right? Remote transform 2D. Oh, it pushes its own transform 2D to another node 2D derived node. Ah. Well, that complicates things. I probably don't need that then. You know what I'll do? Let's move this out. Delete that. That's definitely not working. So instead what I'll do is in the process here, I'll say backbuffer copy.global position is equal to board.global position. Mask sprite.global position is equal to board.global position. Okay, so now we've got a black sprite drawing over the dimensions of the board. So that's one step. Let me go to my map, my game map here, fog of war texture. So now what I need to do, so I need to put this as a canvas group. Goodness gracious. Add canvas group. Mask sprite, mask sprite canvas group, node private. Okay, so now what I want to do, we've got that canvas group. So now here on sprite draw, let's just do this. For each var card in board.board inventory component.get cards on board. Mask sprite.draw texture. Texture 2D position. Card registry dot get card mask. Card dot card node dot occupied cells. No, dot card definition resource dot occupied cells. And the position needs to be mask sprite dot to local. I don't know if that's going to work, but let's see. What I should see is I should see little white masks now drawn on the black rectangle. So if I go here, oh, look at that. Bam. So you see how it's changing where the mask is being drawn? So that's what I wanted. Now what I need to do is basically using this back buffer copy here, oh, Godot's gonna crash. See ya. Bye. See ya. Goodbye. Just got here. What are you trying to do? I'm trying to make it so that I can fade out the other cards on the Alchemy board when I hover over one of them. So yeah, could be a canvas group on an object maybe, and then move the hovered card out of it. Well, the cards are inside of a node inside of the board. So it's, if I move the cards out of that location, that's gonna present problems. That, believe it or not, that's going to be a more hacky solution than what I'm doing now. I think what I'm doing now is actually promising, because then I can, in the future, leverage this kind of approach for doing other things, like dimming all the cards on a board that are not the card you want to look at. But Godot has crashed, so that's cool. Hello, Ito Makes Games, welcome back. Thoughts on grid map in Godot? I started learning it today, but I've heard it's kind of broken. I don't do 3D, so I don't have any thoughts on that. Started playing Moonlighter today, and it's awesome roguelike. I did try playing Moonlighter many years ago. I don't remember liking it that much, but it's kind of an interesting concept, going into the dungeon and selling all of your stuff from the dungeon. Okay. Goodbye, Godot. Bye. Yeah, bye. All right, now I have to get back to where I was. Now I gotta wrap my head around what's actually going on here. Fog of War texture. Does this have a material on it? Am I doing this wrong? Let me think. Back buffer copy. How does this one work? That to-do is done. I can remove this. So that's on sprite draw. Then this has a texture in here, or a shader material rather. What does this do? Oh, right. Might be a little bit of a different approach I need to take here, actually. So the back buffer copy is going to copy the screen up to this point. But I need this texture now. Do I need to use a sub viewport? I might need to use a sub viewport actually. Let's see if I can do that. Okay. Mask viewport. I think that's what I want. I don't know. I'm definitely stretching my custom rendering knowledge here. Sub viewport. Mask viewport. Mask viewport dot size. Okay, let's see what that does. Hopefully what I see is basically no change. Oh, now I have to actually... Can I see what the texture is in the remote scene tree? Hold on a second. Oh, it doesn't show me the preview of the texture in here. Cool. Cool. All right, so what do I do then? What do I do? Viewport texture, mask viewport. Okay. A lot of this is just experimentation. I don't know what I'm doing here, but we're going to try it. Let's see if this works. Oh, almost. Wait a minute. No, not almost. Is my drawing no longer working? Oh, I need to set the mask. Oh, I know why this is happening. The mask sprite global position. We need to get rid of this. Okay. Let's see what that does. Why does everything you make look cook? Cook? Are you trying to say cool? Typo is acceptable. I don't know, but thank you. Welcome, Monkey Software. Any advice how to become good at making... Oh, become a god at making particles and shaders in Godot? You just have to do it a lot. That's basically it. Okay, that's almost correct. You just have to basically do it a lot. This is not working. I have to convert the mask positions. Why is that offset though? That's weird. That's weird. Oh, the viewport sprite now. Okay, yep. Node private sprite 2D viewport sprite. This is the thing that needs to be changed. Let's see if that works. All of the untitled Necromancer grid games out there, this one is my favorite. That's funny. That is a ring to it, actually, yeah. Untitled Necromancer grid game. I think I do have a name for the game in mind, but I want to keep... Well, I don't want to reveal it until I've got a Steam page up. And I may change the name after the Steam page, but I just needed a name. I think I do like the name, but... Huge competition as well. Yeah, it's shaders and visual stuff and particles. It can be very difficult. It can be very difficult for sure. I wonder if I could just do card.cardNode.position. That might work. How do you do the thing where the comment you're reading shows up on screen? I'm bamboozled. It's an app called Social Stream Ninja, which if you set it up with OBS and whatnot, you get this little dock in OBS that you can click on comments. I mean, I guess I could just show you. Is there anything sensitive on my screen? I don't think so. I don't think so. So this is what the OBS looks like, and I can just click on a, let's see, I can click on a comment up here, and it just pops up. That's all from Social Stream Ninja. Okay, let's see. Bam! Look at that, it's working. So now we've got the sub viewport rendering that texture. So that's the mask texture, and then what? What now? If I remove this, that should go away. Cool. Okay. So that viewport sprite, I actually don't need that. What I really need to do is I need to... Can I add a shader to this directly? Let's see. New shader material, new shader. We're gonna call this one resources shader. Card mask fade.gd shader. Create. Shader editor. Bring this up. We'll close this one. Okay. So in the fragment here, we need uniform sampler 2D screen texture, hint screen texture, repeat disable, filter nearest. Get rid of the vertex shader in here. So the fragment shader, basically we're going to say color is equal to texture, screen texture, screen UV. That's actually not correct. Uniform sampler 2D, mask texture, filter nearest. Can I do this now? I should be able to do this. New viewport texture. Can't create a viewport texture on its own resource because it's not set as a local to scene. Oh. Resource local to scene. New viewport texture. Bam. So now instead of doing this, I'll do mask texture. What I should see, if I'm thinking about this correctly, I should see basically the exact same thing that I just saw. I'm not seeing exactly the same thing that I just saw. It can be accessed in shader scripts using the screen texture. Since this node inherits from node 2D, oh, I see. I don't know. Shoot. I don't know what I'm supposed to... Oh, I have it invisible. Maybe that would help. Nope. I don't know how to do this. Do I need to add another sprite 2D here? Goodness gracious. We're going to copy this material. And it's going to crash again. Cool. Goodbye, Godot. I'm on your screen. I'm sensitive. Yeah, that's true. You're welcome, V. Good morning, Das K. Want to work on my game, but ugh, gotta work. Yeah. Feels bad. You know what else feels bad? Somebody just started up a lawnmower right outside my door. I love it. Okay. So I need to copy this. Copy. Material, paste. Offset centered, region enabled. Okay. We can remove the shader from here now. Fade sprite. Let's just grab a reference to that node, private sprite 2D, fade sprite. Dot region rect is equal to region rect. Is that going to work? Only one way to find out. Only one way to find out. We don't hear the lawnmower, so sucks to be you, I guess, yeah. Why is Godot crashing so much? I don't know. I have a suspicion that's related to the game being like because I had the game running both times that it crashed, so I think it might be related to that. Why isn't this working? Do I just need to use regular UV here? I actually don't remember. What in the heck? Okay, let's put the fade sprite here then. My viewport sprite is still working, I think. Yeah. So let's change... I don't know. Why isn't this working? All right, let's do this. Change type to color rect. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's just change this type. Color rectangle. So this is now a color rect. Let's see if that works. I probably shouldn't be using screen UV, but let's see. Yeah, probably not screen UV. Okay, now it's working. Okay. Okay. Let's rename this to fade color rect. And we got to turn the mouse filters to ignore. So now if I do this, screen texture, I think what I basically should see is nothing. Oh, that doesn't work. Object refer... Oh, I forgot to change the name up here. This is nuts. What in the heck? Let's see. Oh, goodness. This is quite an ordeal. Oh gosh, there's too many nodes. Okay, we'll just try to find it. Main run manager, event camera, game UI, HBox container, play container, half containers, right container, Alchemy container, back buffer copy. What is the region here? 54 by 54. The fade color rect. Position of 11. I don't know why that's happening. I don't know why that's happening. What in the world's going on? Hi. Do I need to use the screen UV? I should probably check this out. Let's see. Maybe this isn't going to help me. Well, we could try screen UV again. I don't think that's going to work. Godot rarely crashes for me. Maybe it doesn't like that shader. I think it's some kind of like, yeah, rendering crash. It's my best guess anyway. I don't think that's right, because if I change this to mask texture, then it doesn't work. I guess maybe I need to use two different UVs. I actually don't know. I actually don't know. Well, we can try something here. Vec for screen color is equal to that. Vec for text color is equal to texture, mask, texture, UV. Screen color is equal to mix. Screen color, vec for 1.0, text color dot R. So what I should see here is that I should see the normal screen color unless we have a mask area, and then it will draw it as white. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. Nope. That is not working. It's drawing the whole thing as white. I don't like this. Why is it doing that? Text color, mask texture, UV. Oh, oops. I forgot to set the color. Color equals screen color. I was despairing too soon. Hey, look at that. Finally. Oh, goodness. So now is the real tricky part. This is the part we're going to have to use AI for this. But I think it's working. Okay, let's do this. Basic rendering setup for Alchemy fade. Nonsense. Okay, all right. Is that a new walking animation? Adds more life to the character. Yeah, I just made the walking animation a little bit more exaggerated, which I think works well. Hello, Julio. Welcome back. Hello, Samsad. Good to see you. Course Monkey PC. Yeah. Can blame my new PC, maybe. I'm a beginner in development. I'm new on your channel. Welcome. Great to have you here. What's the error in the output console? Oh, is there an error? I guess that was an old chat. Sorry. I get locked in sometimes. I can't keep up with the chat. Okay, so we've got basically the bones of what I need to have. So now the next step is we need to make those white areas, those mask areas, step down in color when hovering over the cards that are not valid. So we've got this going on here, right? Anything that's white needs to step down in color when I hover over a card after the alchemy output is done. That's basically what needs to happen. So yeah, that's the next step. But what kind of keyboard do I have? It's a Keychron K2HE. Keychron K2HE. But I'm going to take a 3-minute break, and when I come back, we're going to ask the AI to write that shader for me. And we're going to see how well that goes. I already have the code, like the fade code. I just need to modify it such that it only fades in the region that I determine. I may take a stab at it myself first and see. That might actually be a good thing to do. So let's see, where's the fade? So I can probably take this canvas group fade here. I might be able to modify this myself. I'm not sure. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. Cool. All right, but give me a 3-minute break. I'll be right back, and we will continue on. I'm back! What do you guys predict his next Necromancer game will be? I'm picturing one that revives YouTube and Twitch followers and subscribers into the Firebelly army. That's funny. Many more Necromancer games to come, hopefully. We'll see. Okay. So now I gotta take this. Card mask fade. We're gonna put this... I'm just gonna copy and paste this up here. Okay. So we've got shader type, canvas item, render mode unshaded. We've got our screen texture and our mask texture. So we can get rid of this here. Now we've got 2 fragments, which is fine. So I'll take this out of here and I'll do this. Oops. Put this here, do this. Okay. So I think I might be able to do this. Vec 4 mask. Actually, we want to keep this. Let's see, where's this? Current color. I want to change this to screen color. Screen color. I'm just going to leave all of this logic alone. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. We'll grab the screen color and the text color, which this should probably be called mask color. And we can get rid of this. Okay. So we've got our mask color. This color is going to need to be mix screen color to final color by mask color.r. And just to give it a good old test, I'm just going to set this halfway through the progress. So there's this progress value that controls the amount of fade. We'll do 0.5. And what I should see is that as soon as I put a card on the grid, it should step down in fade. Dang it. It didn't work. There's another issue I have here though, which is not ideal. Container break. So that didn't work. Did I do something wrong? Let's see. Mix screen color to mask color. Oh, did I? Hold on a second. I may have broken the reference. No, I didn't break the reference. Okay. Wonder if is my progress value being reset? Let's see. Go in here, paste that, or put that there. If I change this progress value, that doesn't do anything. Let's put this back to color is equal to final color. So it just entirely broke. Let's do this. Color is equal to mask color. Okay, so that much works. So the mask color is correct. What happens if I set color equal to screen color? We're gonna figure it out. Okay, that works. What happens if I say color equal final color? Maybe the final color is just not working. That could be the case too. Because if this final color and the screen color are the same, then of course it wouldn't work. So yeah, the final color is actually not working. It's exactly the same as the texture that I'm using elsewhere. Oh, am I supposed to use screen UV? Yeah. So screen texture and screen UV, that screen color is correct. But the final color isn't working for some reason. This progress value doesn't seem to be doing what it should be doing. And I don't know why. I'm fairly certain this line is going to work, but only if this final color ends up being correct, which it's not. Interesting. Interesting. Turn the progress up, that doesn't do anything. Turn it down, that doesn't do anything. Color is equal to, let's do this, screen color divided by 2. I just want to see that it's actually modifying some colors here. Go! Oh, that's not even working either. Interesting. Very interesting. Let me get rid of this. Interesting, interesting. So that's working. Color equals screen color. 2. Let's just change it to straight up color black there. Our favorite niche East-Leb is back, and so is Firebell. Yeah. Let's make a necromancer trying to revive Disco. Oh, interesting. Disco is undead. That's clever, actually. Disco Elysium was a great Disco game. Is there a specific reason for using C# instead of GDScript? Found GDScript easier, but I'm not sure if it's the best for performance. No, it's personal preference. Welcome, Emery, by the way. Yeah, I just prefer C#, yep. C# is more scalable. That can be true for sure. That can be true, Aaron. I would say don't switch to C# if you're enjoying GDScript. C# is just C, but not as dull. It was Microsoft's attempt to kill Java. It's very similar, yeah. Oh, we've got a problem here, though. Do we have a problem there? Maybe not. Anyway. So that is working. The screen color is not correct. Is the screen color being modified anywhere? Nope. FEC 4 1.0 screen color dot GBA. That's weird. It's only affecting that little portion of the spoon, but it's not affecting the cards. What in the world is even going on? I think I want to reverse some of these orderings anyway. Okay, that's working. Okay, so it was just an ordering issue. I think it's because there's a canvas group in here that also uses hint screen texture. I actually don't know. I'm not even going to pretend to know, but let's see. Let's do this now. Look at that. Now it's darkening the card. See? Oh my gosh. All of that work. Finally. Finally. So now when I place cards in the grid, they are darkened in accordance with their, whatchamacallit. Now this can only happen when the alchemy is finished, so we don't want to do it just yet. Wow. Do you ever play spooky music to match the spooky vibes of your game? I don't, no. Nope. So really, I just need the R. Float, mask, mix. Okay, so now this fade color rect, we need to have this set down to 0. I might just group these all under another node 2D. Maybe not. We don't need this viewport sprite anymore, so I can get rid of that. Cool. Okay. So now what I need to do basically need to not draw the texture of the hovered node. Actually didn't think this one through very well, but that's okay. Let's just keep going. Fade color rect. Private shader material, fade color rect material. Fade color rect material is equal to fade color rect as shader material. Private base card, hovered card. Hovered card is equal to card. Hovered card equals null. We're going to get rid of this visibility here. And we're going to create a fade tween. Private tween, card fade tween. So on mouse entered, card fade tween, kill if valid. Card fade tween is equal to create tween. Tween dot card fade tween dot tween property. Fade color rect material, game constants fade shader progress. We're going to fade it to 0.5f. And then we're going to set the duration to maybe 0.25. Card fade tween kill if valid. Actually, well, we'll see how this looks first. Fade shader progress to 0. Okay, now in here, what I'm going to do is if card is equal to hovered card, we're going to continue. So we're not going to draw a texture for the hovered card. Let's see what that does. It's time for game dev once again. Yes, indeed. Welcome back, Jackie Daytona. Sam Studio, welcome back. How's it going? It's going good. Slowly learning more about shaders and whatnot, so that's good, I guess. All right, so let's see. Moment of truth. That's looking pretty good. And when I'm dragging the card, it needs to maintain that. So there's a couple of other things I need to do, but let's turn this down even further. 0.75. What keyboard are you using right now? Keychron K2HE. People must like the sound of my keyboard, huh? That might be too much. So all that work just for that tiny effect. How are we feeling about it? Do we like it or no? Everyone knows that the most important part of a keyboard is its clickety clacketyness. Any thoughts on the hover effect here? Obviously there's like a line here that's kind of annoying. Let me change that. I'm gonna have to fix that as well. Put it here, put it here. What's the purpose of the white border spaced next to your selection? The white bordered space? In prior streams, I don't recall hearing the keyboard much, but it does sound satisfying with those thunk sounds. My other keyboard was much louder, so I'm surprised you didn't hear it. I like it. That looks really good. Okay, cool. There's one thing that I want to check though, so I'm actually going to hide all this stuff. Which is that I want to make sure that the animation is looking correct. Yes, there is a minor problem here. if I turn the back buffer copy on with this, I think the problem is that this board animation gets messed up a little bit. Yeah. Why does that happen? Let's get rid of the fade color rect here. When the board animates like that, but I have the fade color rect on, it's not looking right. So I can probably fix that by just hiding that fade color rect until I'm ready for it. See how it keeps, I don't know if I can make that shorter, let's see. Play. Resize tween, yeah, here. Let's just make this longer. 3 seconds, and I can show you what I'm talking about. The effect looks nice, good, yeah. If it's the new computer, it could be an audio setting that was changed or not carried over. Maybe, I did copy over my, my OBS settings exactly, but I suppose it's possible. Oh, that's not right. Play resize here. This is the one I'm looking for. This here, change that to 3 seconds. I think I can show you what I'm talking about. I don't know how I'm going to resolve this. I don't know why it's even happening to begin with, but... So if I do this, and I do this, and I mix those, do you see how that... There's a center piece right there that just kind of like... doesn't work right. Why does that happen? Oh, and now I have another problem too. Yeah, I think the... Why does that happen? The back buffer copy should just be copying it exactly. I've got some errors in here, but I don't think that's related to this. I should probably check those though. There's like a little, yeah, a little square in the middle that's not rendering correctly. Why would that be happening? Play fade highlight, fade group component, play fade highlight. It's basically just not copying the color. So inside the board here, there's this fade group component. And what's happening is this gets animated. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? You're going to make a liar out of me? Okay, well. This is so nutty. Well, I don't need to worry about that right now, I don't think. The way that I'll fix it is I will just do this. In my Alchemy container, I'm going to set the fade color rect dot visible equal to false. And I might as well set the back buffer copy dot visible equal to false as well. And then when I'm ready for the cards, here, I don't know. Thank you, Dragon Apple. Probably need to drop out of my jam, or I will just upload my unfinished build later. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, the bit jam. Yeah, the 1-bit jam. I wish I could figure out why that's not working the way that it should be. Because the back buffer copy should basically just copy anything that's on the screen, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. Why wouldn't it be doing that? I don't know why it wouldn't be just copying everything exactly as it should be. I could try this actually. Color is equal to screen color. And we'll get, let me just comment this out. This is a lot of experimentation, as you can see. I'm trying to learn how to do more complex graphical stuff. It's very hard. Nope, still an issue. I wonder why it's not copying the screen color correctly. Well, I think that's a problem to solve for another day. What I will do instead is what I was going to do, which is I'll just hide this. I'll hide this until I'm ready to show it, which is only after the alchemy has been completed anyway. If I is equal to cards.length minus 1, tween.tween action, back buffer copy.visible is equal to true, fade color rect.visible is equal to true. I might as well set the mask sprite.visible equal to true as well. Equals false here. All right. How is he using both GDScript and C#? Where am I using GDScript? Welcome to the stream, Alex, by the way. Okay, that works. You know what I might do? I might hack this a little bit more too. Get rid of this stuff. Var connect card in cards. Connect card. Connect card. So I'm only going to connect all of them after the last tween is done. So that should create a very nice effect, avoiding those little graphical issues. And I still have some things to do here to make this look nice. So if I go here, place this in, this should all work here. Very nice. So that's working good, and then I can drag this over. Now the problem is that doesn't fade out when I drop a card. I don't know why it's not fading out either. Why wouldn't it be fading out? There's a fade out. Is there like a visual utilities? Fade out visuals. It's fading out the entire visuals node. But is it also fading out the board? Board.kill. right? So it's not also fading. So I need to do this. I basically need to say mask sprite.visible equals false. Back buffer copy.visible equals false. Fade color rect.visible equals false. So that should get the fade out working correctly again. When I'm done with the alchemy, all this work for just a simple effect. So now I've got the fade out effect. I can choose this one, and as soon as I drop it here, we should restore that fade out. Good. All right, so now the last thing to do then is to, let me think. The last thing to do is, I think there's a problem with dragging. If I'm dragging, yeah, I think if I'm dragging, let me think. This dot card mouse events manager dot connect signal name mouse. Do I not have a drag began? Drag began, yeah. Drag began. Okay, callable.from on card drag began. Drag ended, callable from on card drag ended. I'm actually going to connect this in here as well. Okay, goodness. All right. On card drag began. Private void fade card selection in. Private void fade card selection out. Stop. So we're going to call fade card selection out here. On output card mouse exited. I don't know if I want hovered card is equal to this dot get. Do I not have a dragging card that I can get? Public card dragging card. Fade card selection out. Private void on drag ended. I don't know if that's correct. We'll see. Lots of different events to account for here, but I basically want the faded out cards to remain faded out. C-sharping his dagger all the way. Hello, Artem. Welcome back. Good to see you. Jack, what do all the buttons on the left of your VS Code do below extensions? Oh, this one, that's Git Lens, that's Prisma. I don't even need Prisma here right now. Git Lens Inspect, Git Lens, and To-Dos. Those are just buttons that extensions provide. So if you have certain extensions, they'll put those buttons there. That doesn't work. Oh, am I not emitting those signals? No, I am. Fade card selection out. Oh, did I reverse these on accident? I think I reversed these on accident. I think he saw the shader code and thought that was GDScript. Oh, I gotcha, yeah. Gotcha. Son of a biscuit. Those card mouse entered signals are still happening. If I do this, that works great. But as soon as I hover over another card, it breaks. I guess I should be hooking into this instead. So let me do this. I actually want to change this. Card mouse entered, card mouse exited. If not board inventory component cards get cards on board contains card return This is ridiculous. Such a simple thing. All right. Let's see if this finally works. Yeah, that's definitely what it was. Do you recommend using C# over GDScript? Whatever your personal preference is. It's, I think the recommendation is whatever you're most productive with is what you should use. Yes, look at that. And if I drag this over, perfect. It's a little bit awkward that those re-highlight after, and I still have these little borders here, which are indicating that you have like synergies. I may not fix that right now, but ceremonial dagger, I can still click on all these. I can drag this, boom. Okay. That was quite an ordeal, but I think it's working now. Get card dimming. What did I change here? Oh, working in Alchemy container. Goodness gracious. Have learned about getter setters function in Godot and GDScript. I'm a bit confused why I may need those. Can you provide a simple example? Can I provide a simple example? Well, one example might be if you want to know when a property changes. So let's say that, you know, your health changes. You have a health component and the health is changing. You're probably going to want to notify via a signal that the health changed so that you can update a UI element, for example. What you can do with a getter and setter is inside of the setter, you can say, okay, if I'm setting the health to a certain value, that means that the health is changing. So inside of the setter, I'm going to emit a signal that indicates that the health has changed. So that way, anytime the health value changes, you get an automatic notification without having to write a separate piece of code that says, okay, now emit the signal. You know what I mean? You can do that all so that anytime that variable changes for any reason, you get a notification that you can hook into and listen for your UI or whatever you're working with. You're welcome. Just gonna check the monitors. Let's see. Goodness, all of that work just for that. All right, but it looks good. It looks good. Whew. Okay, that's finally done. Goodness gracious. That's going to be a nightmare if I ever need to change or update that, but it's okay. All right, what should we do now? Oh, I changed this. I did that already. What should we do next? I kind of feel like doing some more work here. I just don't know what to do. A lot of this stuff is stuff I still need to figure out, like improving the UX of speed controls. I need to do like a basic main menu. Obviously, I can't do music on stream. Make resurrection clearer when doing invalid configurations. That's something that I may need to do. I think I just need to work on the UX of my things generally speaking, my UIs. But I don't know. I got to come up with like a nice unified way of doing that. What should I do next? Yeah, a lot of this stuff is stuff that I have to do off stream. We could always do another card. Let's see. Jester. Yeah, the Jester would be fun, but I'm not ready for that just yet. Because that's going to be, there's going to be the different tiers to the faction. The villager faction. Do carrots, graveyard keeper. Expanding my question above, do I just need... Oh, expanding, yeah. Oh wait, how do you use the composition pattern without using... Oh, I must have missed that. How do you use the composition pattern without using node as the base, scripting only? Most of what I see uses nodes attached to the scene tree. That's a good question. I don't really know the answer. I think composition is best done with nodes, but do I just need to do var health component equals new health component? Maybe I was overthinking it. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about like, if you don't want to create a scene for it, you can have like just a script that extends node, and then you can just instantiate that script and add it to the tree if you want. If it's a global class, I don't know if you're using C#, I guess you are. You can tag it with the global class. Like if I go to my clickable control, global class, and then it will show up in your node add menu. So you could make pure scripts. You don't need to make them scenes necessarily. Especially for something like a health component, which is just pure logic. But it ultimately does become a node when you add it to the tree. Graveyard Keeper has a bone to pick with a Necromancer, yeah. Chupacabra that gains power for each farm animal card. I do want to draw something. I'm thinking a 1x1 villager card because there's not enough of them. I could do a carrot. Let's do carrots. That sounds fun. What should carrots do though? There's already a bunch of healing. There's already a bunch of healing items. Maybe I'll just make them do something silly like they can do healing and shield. Carrots would be fun. Let's do it. Carrots grant increased vision on the map. Yeah. Okay, give me just 3 minutes. I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, we'll draw a 1x1 card, which will be carrots. So that should be fun. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Just like the good old World War II propaganda used to say, yep. Yep, indeed. Make a card that makes the villagers dance. I don't know how I would do that. I could make dance like an ability. Hello, Lincoln Pepper. Welcome back. All right, file, new. No, open. I said open. Assets, card, background, 1x1. Save, card, new, folder, carrot. Carrot.asprite. All right, let's see how this goes. This can be kind of a fun one, I think. We've got a very tight space in here, so we gotta Be very careful. Also, I don't really have a green color, so... gonna have to make do with what I've got. I guess that's kind of a green, but it's not like a vegetation green, is more what I meant. Okay. Might... fitting a single white pixel in there might be too much. Honestly, that just might be okay the way it is. I don't know if I need to go any further with it. It's a carrot. I think it looks respectable. Card that makes villager... oh, wait. Like a maypole. Oh, like a maypole. Yeah, a maypole would be good. Blue is green in the right context. Yeah, that's true. Looks green against the purple background. Good carrot. I think it's fine. All right, there's a carrot. There's our carrot. That's pretty funny. Carrot. There's a carrot in the Necromancer game. Get out of here. I don't want to see you anymore. All right, what should we do? We'll call it, it's alchemical. It's obviously alchemical. Okay. If you collect all food cards, you get to unlock soup. Thinking about maypole, it could also have an unusual shape, maybe a T with a longer stem. Yeah. Now add an undead carrot so the player doesn't get jealous, yeah. Undead, that's an interesting concept. A necromancer that raises plants from the dead instead of, like, creatures. That would be actually really funny. I don't know how exactly that would work, but... we're going to give the carrot some very basic abilities here. I've been doing too many complex things. We're going to use some stuff that I already have. Oops. New file, carrot. Carrot. We're gonna do new simple heal. 2. New simple shield. 3. That's it. The carrot is done. So what did that take? It took all of what, 10 minutes to make a new card? Obviously that was a very simple one, but carrot didn't give as much trouble as incense. No, it did not. So if I do, let's see if there's a carrot. Very simple. Very simple. I'm not even going to test that in game because I'm pretty sure I didn't add any new functionality, so it's going to work, but we might as well just see if we can find one in the game. Undead lettuce, I guess that would just be moldy food. Yeah. In the context of a veggie necromancer, if you eat a carrot, does the carrot soul exist in you or your poop? I don't know. It's a question that will have to be left unanswered, unfortunately. Prisoner and carrot, look at that. That's cool. It doesn't help though. My skeleton swords cut through carrots like carrots. Okay. Always fun to add more villager cards. Let's do another one. Oh, I already did a squid for the player card, so we can delete that. A rat? A rat could be cool. Blacksmith. I need more like tools and stuff. Maybe I'll do like a hammer. Do I have a hammer here? Let's do a hammer for the villager. How many 2x1 cards do I have for the villager? I should write a tool that gives me stats about all the cards I have. Because right now they're just all grouped in this. I would like to have a breakdown of like how many 2x1 cards there are for the villager. I don't have many 2x1 cards, generally speaking. Oh, there's a dog. I think the villagers only have one 2x1 card. So let's do a 2x1 hammer. Sounds like a necro-themed farmer game. Yeah, could be. Necromancer watering a grave. I think that's a really interesting idea. It's definitely a good mashup of things. Since you mentioned card stats, as a filthy min-max player, I'd love stats like damage turn or damage card size. Yeah, I want to do a combat log. I want to do... I actually have written down... I want to create a turn predictor UI that maps out all of your turns so that you understand what's going to happen. So basically you could pull up a UI and it's going to say, okay, on turn 1, these abilities are going to execute. Then on turn 2, these abilities are going to execute. and for what reason too. Like this is going to be triggered because of Echo or Swarm, or you know, it's going to deal 4 poison damage because it's got the enchant that deals extra damage, right? So that way you can pull up a UI where you can like see in linear fashion like what all's going to happen. I think that would be really cool. Mushroom Necromancer takes over the bodies with shrooms. Yeah, that's kind of like the Spore Druid in D&D, right? Just a big ol' hammer. I might, maybe I'll make this like more, well, let's see. I'm trying to think, maybe I can do like blacksmith tools, like calipers too. They would have to be overlaid. So let's just do this first. Wonder if I should just make this darker generally. I think that looks decent. It's probably okay. Anyway, let's see if I can add now. Hello, Neozoid. The handle is not centralized as killing my OCD. Well, I'm going to add another thing. So hold up there for a second. Calipers. We could play around with the layering too. Oops, I keep doing that. Blacksmith tools? Are you drawing using a mouse? I am, yeah. Flip H on the caliper? Really? Yeah, that works. Thank you for the suggestion. Although now the light is all wrong, so now I have to flip the light around. What, cat? So now I gotta redo the lighting. Okay, I think that's fine. You're so talented. Thank you, Infinity01. How's the progress going? It's going good. It's going good. Blacksmith tools are done, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to really play with it too much more. So this is not exactly a hammer. What am I doing? Oh. Do I have to rename this? Well, I'll just keep it as hammer. It's fine. I'll just change the name in the code. Okay, so let's create this and create new resource, card definition resource, hammer, blacksmith's tools. Or maybe I'll just call it blacksmith tools. Art, quick load, hammer. It's a 2x1. Turn cooldown 9. Is enemy is flippable. Relic, ritual, could be a weapon. Yeah, weapon is fine. Now what should this do? What should the blacksmith tools do? Maybe shield? I know I just did one with shield, but I don't think the villager has very many shield abilities. Maybe we can do shield with shield being doubled or something based on an adjacent card. Seem to be using the minimal theme. I am. Yes, I am. Okay, what do we want to do here? Hello, Kizori, welcome back. I think we want to do a shield, but maybe the shield... Maybe we'll just double the shield if there's an adjacent minion or something. So I need to create a new card for this. Let's do this. My first thought seeing that art is shield based on adjacent weapons. There you go. Let's do that. Let's do that. That makes perfect sense, actually. Tag adjacent shield. Query count provider, query directions, card tag, weapon. Query directions adjacent. We don't need this. Private read only shield. Shield ability. Make float multiplier scalar. Original multiplier, we'll get rid of this. Private read-only int original magnitude. Okay. Int magnitude. Original magnitude is equal to magnitude. We don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this. Conditional values provider. Dynamic magnitude ability, dynamic shield. Cool. Count is greater than 0. Let's do a limit 1 in here. I should also do that for anything else. I need to be careful to put limits here because that actually affects the placement of enemy cards. Okay. Shield ability dot get magnitude times 2. Cool. All right. Shield ability set magnitude. Okay. I'm gonna have to rewrite this, but that's okay. Tag addition shield original magnitude. Cool. All right. Applies. Shield ability dot get magnitude. Reserve. Reserve is doubled if there's an adjacent weapon. Look at that. Thank you, Copilot, for making my life easy. And now in the hammer here, new tag adjacent shield. 4. That's actually going to scale very hard, so let's do this. 0.5. How does this work? Original magnitude times multiplier, floor to int. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, let's go to the board configuration editor and let's make sure that that looks good. Aren't you afraid of source codes being leaked because of the streams? No, I'm not afraid of that at all. I'm not afraid of that at all. Oh, something's broken. Now, the source code is not the valuable thing. Anyone could write the source code that I'm writing. Nope. What's more important is the execution of the idea. And it's like, yeah, theoretically somebody could copy all of the code that I've shown on stream and somehow copy all of my art. But even in that case, there's tons of stuff I'm doing off stream that aren't shown. And also, I've already got a backlog of VODs and whatnot that prove that I'm the one that's been working on this. So yeah, I'm not worried about it at all. Anyone that had this, like I've said this before, anyone that has the skill to steal the idea and execute it better than me is going to be a kind of person that's just going to want to make their own game anyway. So it's like the risk is very, very low. Okay. So why is this not working? What did I do wrong? Hammer. What did I do wrong? How do you feel about that Godot games could be easily reverse engineered? Yeah, I mean, it's not a problem for me for the same reason. I mean, I guess in that case, yeah, people getting their hands on like the raw files is a little bit worse, I guess you could say. But at the same time, it's like AAA games are getting reverse engineered too. Like World of Warcraft has private servers, despite the fact that World of Warcraft has never published their server code, right? So it's like anything that ends up on a client machine is going to be exploitable to some extent. And at some point, it's just like not worth worrying about it. Why is this breaking? What did I do? What did I do? There's a very, very subtle mistake that I've made somewhere. Ah. I was assigning a new instance of shield ability. I was shadowing my member shield ability. That should fix it. That should fix it. No more errors, please. Thank you. And now we can go to the enemy board configuration editor here. And we can do, so yeah, we've got our, Yeah, tools right there. That actually looks pretty good in game. Wave function collapse. That is not benefiting from the weapon, but here it is. Look at that. So we're starting to get some more interesting villager boards now that the possibility space is increasing. Look at those chickens. Look at all those chickens. Anyone know that video? All right. Apply dimensions. Looking good. All right, tell you what. Here's what we'll do. Here's what will we do. Joke's on you, have been feeding all these streams into an AI and it wants us double quarter pounders. All it wants is double quarter pounders. I miss Vine so much. Yeah, Vine. The precursor to YouTube Shorts. Somehow more pure than all of the short form content today. I don't know. But, hold on a second here. Let's do a playthrough of the game. And we'll just take notes of like what needs to be improved and what could be better. Also just fix some balancing issues. We'll just chill for a little bit. Play the game, see how it feels. Upgrade card. Booster. I kind of want to fight the prisoner though. Oh, I should sell this. Let's get rid of that. Fight the prisoner, auto-resolve, get my money. Godot's built-in encryption feature may help with reverse engineering. Yeah, it could help, yeah. But at the end of the day, the best you can do is just obfuscate. Because nothing, fundamentally, nothing is secure if it's on a client machine. That's like a fundamental rule. So any files that end up on a client machine, whether encrypted or not, is going to be insecure to some extent. Alchemy. Do I have anything interesting to alchemize? I do. Lamb, mutton, arming sword, prayer beads. That's a tough one. Let's alchemize this skeleton and the, whatchamacallit. Okay, we'll take that. Boom. I want that enchant. I need that increased board size. So we'll fight these two torches. We'll fight the torches. Cool. And then we'll go to the increased board size. Now I can use my dagger here. Go to enchant. Can't go wrong with echo. Let's fight these guys. Ooh. That guy got smacked hard. Why is it attacking so many times? Hold on a second. Do I have a bug? Upgrade card. Upgrade this guy again. Sweet. Okay. I'm kind of curious. Let me just put these cards back here. This should only deal 16 damage twice. Oh, it is. Okay. Oof. Nice. Okay. I'll put my cards back the way I want them. Enchant card. Oh no, I'd have to backtrack though. Although there's an artifact and an enchant up here. I don't like these loops. I've been struggling to get rid of these loops, but I need to put the map decorations back too. I need to figure out a better way of doing that. Let's see. Prevent loops in map. Now that I have camera, so the reason why I changed some of the way the map is generated is because I didn't have a way to pan the camera before, but now I do. So I might as well just put back in all the fixes that I had for reducing the amount of loops. But let's go to the artifact here. Ooh, Iron Gauntlet. I might do that. Get rid of this minion, keep the Iron Gauntlet there. Let's fight a combat. Gonna have to beat this one. Or I guess I don't need to beat it with only one minion at first, but... Oh, am I gonna die? That's a lot of chickens. I would say it can be cool Easter eggs if the board has 3 chickens that says, look at all those chickens. Oh yeah. That's why Godot games can be easily reverse engineered because it's open source. Now I know why AA games or AAA games are making single player games require internet. They don't want their source code leaked. Well, the source code is still on the client side, except for the stuff that's on the server. I think mostly the online requirement is like a DRM measure and also an opportunity to have microtransactions. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, there are certain like online only games that even if you can play them single player, a lot of the game logic runs on the servers. But even still, like, that's not immune to reverse engineering because, like I said, World of Warcraft got reverse engineered. And that game's like only online, right? So even that possible to crack them, yep. Being displayed at random when a battle starts. The little Easter eggs, yeah. Let's do another artifact. Spiderlings, yes, I love the spiderlings. Yeah, let's do it. I'm almost to the boss here. Let's make some good choices. Alchemy, increase board size. Oh, booster. Yeah, let's do this. We'll go here. This is feeling very fun. I like this a lot. And I'm not just saying that because I made it. There's a couple of balance issues, but generally speaking, I think that it's feeling very, very good. Scarab. Oh, I can't. Oh, I shouldn't have taken minions. I'm trying to maximize my minion damage with this Iron Gauntlet. So the way this works is that after each combat you gain 4 damage, but this damage is applied if there's only 1 minion on the board. So you see here how it says Iron Gauntlet, deal 8 damage. As soon as I put a Scarab on the board, that goes away. And I just took a bunch of minions. So that's unfortunate, but oh well. That's what I get for not paying attention, I suppose. We've got basically one more move we can make, so I'll just increase my board size here. Actually, that's not going to help either. Son of a biscuit. I made exactly the wrong decisions. Okay. Well, this is only 8 damage, so I might just offset that. This deals 14 damage, so let's get rid of this. Let's put that there. The leech applies poison, and we can put the Scarab here. So I'm just going to do more damage generally. We've got the boss board now. Goodness gracious. I might be able to kill this guy. Well, let's see, actually. That's a lot of healing. Nope, I'm getting wrecked. The boss is still a little bit difficult. I have some balancing to do, but it's feeling good. I should give the spider. Oh, I won! I won! Heck yeah, dude. There's no victory screen, but I won. Cool. There's one thing I want to do, which is that the spiderlings... Check this out. Spiderling. New simple swarm. So now the spiderlings are going to have the swarm ability, which basically works like this. So now all the spiderlings are going to just trigger each other. It's going to be great. Check out how nasty this build could be. So these have swarm. So I put this here, put this here. Go fight the ox now. Look at this. Look at that. They're just triggering. I think there's 16 total triggers, if I'm not mistaken. Because what happens is, so swarm triggers everything else that has swarm. So this one will execute first, and then it will trigger executions of all the other three. Then the second one will execute and trigger executions of all the other three. Then the third one will execute and trigger executions of all the other three. So because each swarm execution is unique to the card that executed it. So it's not an endless loop. That's not how it works, but it does get pretty ridiculous there. That makes the spiderling so much more interesting. So they don't do that much damage by themselves, but if you can get them into a swarm configuration, you're gonna be set. Let's do it again. Oh my gosh. Swarm build OP. Converts all damage dealt to preserve. I don't need that. Let's increase poison applied. Oh, do I want to do this? Let's just do it. Whatever. YOLO. 2 swarms? Let's do 2 swarms. I just got rid of like all of my cards. That's okay. Let's see what happens. That is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Will Fire do some lore design off stream? Probably, yeah. Did I plan for over 80% of the game before starting? Is that not a necessity? No, I didn't really plan much of the game, honestly, beyond the fact that it was going to be a Necromancer-themed grid inventory management with an Alchemy system. That's basically all that I planned. The persist is so scary. Fam, looking at the state of the game now, almost ready to go demo, is so bizarre comparing the first stream when you try to decide what to do with cards which won't do damage. Yeah, it's come a long way. Polishing is insane, colors are sick. Thank you, I appreciate that, thank you. I've said it before, but this is the best game I've ever made. And it's not just because like, it's the newest game that I'm working on. It has so much more going for it from a theme, an art, and a design perspective that I've not felt in any of my other games. So now I just have to not drop the ball. That's the only thing. What was that debug section? Is that native to Godot? Yeah, this over here. Are you talking about the profiler stuff? Or the monitors here? Or this. Project settings. This stuff here. Totally balanced, yeah. Should you put any Sprite Photoshop files in the game project folder? Yeah, I put everything that's necessary to build the game, including the art assets in the, so not just the final artifacts, like the art output, but the art source files too. Game is really balanced, looks really fun. Is it an endless game? No, it won't be endless. Maybe there'll be an endless mode, but it looks so fun. Thank you. Sound proud as you should be. I am. As far as adding cards, yeah, so yeah, this is native to Godot. You can put arbitrary data inside of your project settings. So if you go here to this what you call it here, this little search box, you can create your own settings delineated by slashes, and that will create your own section. So this game section here, that arrived, or that showed up because I added a first property, which was game debug generate test map. So now I've got this debug subsection under this game section, and then the generate test map is whatever type I want it to be. So here I can just do this. So let's say show stream. I can change the type here to a rect2, for instance. Then I can click add, and that shows up down here as a property that I can edit. I can also delete this property if I want to, so I'm going to delete that. But that's just data. This is just data. And then what I did is I created a debug, or a game debug, like singleton here, which reads all those project settings. So in the case of the cards, is test player cards enabled? If we're on a debug build and that project setting flag is set, then I can call get test player cards, and that will return a string array of the IDs that I've input there. That's a lifesaver TY. Yeah, if you have any sort of complex game where you need to debug a bunch of things, it's much easier to just put support into the project settings and then write code that can read those project settings. What's a singleton? A singleton is basically just a single instance of a class that ever exists. So static classes are singletons by definition, basically. It's just a class that only ever has one instance. Is the most basic way to put it, I guess. Cool. Well, all right. The game is looking good. It's feeling good. Add swarm to spiderling. So game's looking good. Game's feeling good. I have a lot more work to do. Again, I'm trying to get a test build ready by basically the end of tomorrow, and I still have a bunch of work to do. Basically all this stuff in the to-do list here. So it's looking like I may not get to that point, but I'm going to try my best. I'm right now working on sound effects off stream. So my goal is to get at least the sound effects done today and then grind tomorrow to get all this stuff done. So anyway, and I may even just move some of this stuff out, actually. I may even move that out. Just try to get very ruthless with how much stuff I need to do. But anyway, best OOP design pattern or component template proxy. All right, well, that's going to be it for the stream today. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for being here. Again, if you want to support my work, check out the links in the description below. I've got my co-op multiplayer course, which is new, so you can purchase that. It's highest rated, so if you're interested in learning how to build multiplayer games, online multiplayer games in the Godot engine, check it out. I also have other Udemy courses. Also have Gunforged available for purchase, so check that out. And yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. I'll be streaming tomorrow at the usual time, 10 a.m. Eastern, so I hope to see you there. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.